Hi everyone, it's Raleigh, and today I'm planning my Hobonichi Cousin for the week of July 28th. Oh boy, and I'm going to be using these stickers from Coffee Monster Co., of course, and this was part of the recent quarterly subscription, I think for Q2. It is one of my favorites. It's like cozy, cottagey, homey vibes in beautiful colors. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to using it. I was gonna hold off until in the fall, and I will use it then, but I just had to use it this week. And it also comes with these really cool sort of rub-on numbers for the days, so I'm gonna use these. Now, you can cut them out to be a little more careful so you don't press the wrong thing, but you know what? I'm just gonna wing it and see how it goes. And maybe, yeah, I think a little lower because I'm going to put some washi because there's great washi that coordinated with this. And I think I'll use a washi card to get it down. I have one somewhere. But yeah, these colors are fantastic. And like they're fall colors, but they're a little softer. So I thought still kind of goes, even though it's summer. Yeah, I think I'm gonna like this. Ah, very cool. Okay, let me get the rest of these down. I finished up with the numbers. Oh, this just looks so cool. I'm really happy with this. And yeah, so it's a bit lighter, not the traditional summer colors. I had not recorded my weekly setups for the last couple of weeks. And those ones I did actually use sort of bright summery colors, although they were very, very minimal. And I didn't record them because the last couple of weeks I've just been in sort of get through state of mind. But this week I'm on vacation, so I really want this to be a bit of a reset. I was really excited about doing sort of a fully thought out layout, something I was really gonna love, and that's kind of why I went to using all these pieces. Put this up here. And then I think I'm gonna use a different one on the bottom, maybe a full one. But yeah, the last couple weeks, certainly nothing catastrophic has happened, but it's just been, I was trying to describe to some of my friends, just the base level of, I guess, anxiety has just been higher with work, which I do. I love my job. I say that a lot, my colleagues, but every job has its challenges, and we're going through one of those times now. My cat, I got good news. My one cat, Ren, is great. She just had her annual, but my other cat had been dealing with a kind of bad rash and skin issue that she's had. So she was on some medication and she's improving, but a little ways to go. And it's just meant sort of keeping an eye on her and giving her some medication, which I think just overall just adds to my, anxiety. I'm constantly checking for and looking for, and I think it sort of becomes a little mentally tiring, even though it doesn't seem like a lot. And then my dear parents, who I'm so fortunate that, overall they're in good health, but they both gave me sort of little scares over the last couple weeks. So I've been thinking about them a lot as well. So yeah, it's just kind of been a little bit of everything. So I was using my cousin very minimally, and yeah, my head just wasn't in a good space to do this. I use this partly functionally, but also just because I enjoy doing it. And I know at certain times, especially when I'm probably due a reset, I find myself not really focusing on it as much. Okay, we're back. Sorry for the pause. I took a call and I recorded on my phone, and it took me a second to remember to record again. All I did was put a little line up at the top and a sticker to note that I am indeed on vacation. And I'm also going to add this little sticky to welcome in August. I think the color matches really, really well. So I'm looking forward to this week. I was recently on vacation. It was 2 months ago, though, which I don't know, it was just hard to get my head around that. It was a wonderful trip out west with some friends, and it was fantastic. But it was a busier vacation, so I had a bit of a window for work that it made sense, so I took this week off. Although it has kind of filled up a little bit. I think I'll have a couple days to myself, but the rest will be helping my parents and seeing some friends, which is all good stuff too. And this week, upcoming weekend's a long weekend as well, so that'll be kind of nice. All right, yeah, and I decided to use the brown to separate it out. I am going to use black in this, but I just think, yeah, for like the base of everything, it looks good with the brown, and it did run and smudge a little. That was me, but it kind of goes with the cozy cottage core vibes. That's what I'm going to tell myself. And I always like to put a note when the new month is starting, so put hello August, which I kind of still can't believe. All right, so that's looking good. And I think I want to keep this light on stickers. I'm going to use not any other labels or anything. I think I'm just going to use color. Just kind of swatches of color and just black marker and keep it kind of clean. Oh, but these came with it too. Maybe I'll use these on the side. I think I'm going to use the priorities because over the last few weeks, although my use of the cousin has been more minimal, I have been doing kind of some thinking, and so I have a couple areas that I want to focus on, so I think I'll put myself reminders for those, and then I'll use a to-do. And I had a little time, I was waiting for something the other day, and I always keep I use traveler's notebooks as well, and I usually take them with me when I go out if I happen to be waiting for something. And so I ended up making a list of stuff for this week. So rather than transfer everything, I think I'm just going to put maybe like stickies or something and reference it. I think that will work. So yeah, I'm liking the way that this looks. Yeah, now it's just thinking about what colors. I don't think I'm going to use the times through this week, but I want a bit of a color coding system, so I think I'm going to use a green for when I'm kind of going out to meet someone or do something, and then maybe I'll pick a light brown or a pale yellow for the other stuff, but let's start and see how this goes. If it really goes awry, I can always use labels, but I think this will work. Yeah, I like that. It's one, I have a favorite green that's like a titch lighter, but I think this goes a little better. I like it with the darker. And I think I'll use a marker for this as well. So yeah, I think it's worked out that most days I have something. I am waiting, hopefully in the next little while. I'll just finalize some other things, but we'll start putting some things in here. Oh yes, appointments. I'm taking my dad to an appointment, and Winona has her checkup with the vet. Hi, Ren. Yeah, I was really happy when Ren had her checkup. Oh, and these are cats, by the way. When Ren had her checkup and everything went well. Because these last few weeks, part of it's been, even whether it's work or other stuff, just sort of simple, straightforward things just don't go smoothly. There's some sort of a little bump in them. So I think mentally I was like, oh geez, the vet with the cat and what's going to happen. But it was clean bill of health. She's a very healthy little thing, which is just what I needed to hear. And this will be for Winona. She'll go for her checkup. So yeah, sometimes I think it's good to have weeks like this too. It lets me get some appointments and things out of the way. Plus I am going to have an opportunity to see some family and friends and spend some time with my parents as well. When everything, all the little pieces of your life just start to feel a little more stressful, everything just seems like so much effort. So I find that I sort of step back a little bit. I'm just trying to get by, but this week is an opportunity to catch up on some things and yeah, just make more of an effort, I think. Salem and get a couple things in. Should probably check my phone as well. I put a lot of little notes in my phone. And this week's been a bit of a puzzle trying to figure out who I can see and when. And oh yeah, that's a big one. going to see my mom's family, who we haven't seen in ages, so I'm really, really looking forward to this. And the weather's been, well, it's continued to be humid, but generally nice and sunny, so I'm looking forward to a trip to see them. They're in a really nice part of the province, so that'll be great. Okay, so I took a little, I had to step away for a little bit, and then I came back, and so I've added a few things, just a few stickers, but like light translucent ones. I did put sticky notes on the left-hand side to reference the to-do list to check. And what I'm doing here on the right is I'm going to use this for highlights. So each day I'm going to write something that's a highlight. Because I've also, you know, as well in the last few weeks, as well as not using kind of the weekly as much, I also haven't been with the dailies. I've you know, put in some information, but haven't really been putting thoughts in there. So hopefully doing this will prompt me a little bit. Yeah, so I think this is looking good. I like with the little translucent stickers there. I think the biggest thing is I just need to kind of finalize a few things that I'm doing. So maybe I will leave this here, and then I think tomorrow I should have a much better idea of how everything's gonna pan out. Yeah, okay. Let me pause this now, and this may be all you see, but I have a feeling hopefully we'll have one more update. Oh yeah, before I do wrap this portion up, I do want to add, there's these wonderful little doodles that go with it. So I definitely want to use these. So I think this big chair will be good to cover up. And yeah, I just like the look of this, the colors and the sort of lighter translucent feel to everything. This is just what I wanted for this week, something that feels really put together, because yeah, the last couple weeks I just used you know, some very simple washi sets I had with some really bright colors but it was very, very minimal. So this week I like it's there's a little more to it, which is great. Put the little coffee mug there. So yeah, I'm just gonna sprinkle a few more of these around, and then I think tomorrow, Monday, I should have a better idea of some other plans. So I'll follow up them. And here it is. It's Monday morning, and so I was able to finalize some other plans. So getting together with some friends and some family, and confirm that Tuesday's sort of my day. So I put some more things there. And this is, so I put those little stickies to reference the to-do list. And so this is from my traveler's notebook. So those kind of link there rather than transferring everything over. And yeah, I'm really enjoying this. I like the way that this setup turned out. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching and that you're having a wonderful summer, and I will see you soon.